Andy Scott, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. How's pre-season going?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, obviously the weather's been extremely hot, so that's tested the players in terms of making sure they're rehydrated properly and recover properly to train the next session. But yeah, it's could do with a bit of water on the training ground. It's a bit hard, and lads are struggling with the blisters every now and again. But everyone's fit, everyone's training very hard, and looking forward to getting back into competitive football, really.
And you're happy with how things are going, fitness-wise and tactically?
Yeah, I mean we've done a lot of stuff on both, really. We've had to. Obviously, we're not training as much as we were last season, but we're doing longer sessions when we are training, and we're having to weigh up doing the physical side and making sure the lads aren't too tired that they injure themselves. So we've worked on a bit of tactical stuff at the moment. We worked on a one or two different formations and people in personnel in different areas, but it's not until you get to the pre-season games that you can properly work on it. We're trying to get a behind closed doors game next week against a championship side that we can probably do for 20 minutes or something like that, just to keep up with what we're doing and work on the tactical side of it, whilst sort of using it as a training session as well. So that'll be something that we're hopeful that can be done as well, because that'll be more minutes under our belt, but in an atmosphere where we can look at different people, move people around without the the restrictions of playing in a 11v11 game in 90 minutes in front of a crowd.
And you happy with how the new players are fitting in?
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah, there's a real good atmosphere around the place, and we've got some good players. They're intelligent players, and fit into group really well. There's really good atmosphere, and there's no arguments, and there's no one who's a atmosphere sponge and sort of drags everyone down, which is good. It's important that we, even when things go wrong or people make mistakes, that just get on with it, and people understand that they've made a mistake, but aren't ridiculed or arguments break out. So that's good.
And I suppose everybody, not just the new players, are eager to get out onto this fantastic pitch.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, it's a fantastic surface. We've got the new sprinkler system, so that'll make it nice and slick for us. And obviously, we're going to play against a very talented young side in Chelsea on Friday night. But it's just an opportunity to get off the training pitch and onto your main pitch, and sort of get into the rhythm of it again. We haven't had many sessions training, so it's going to be interesting to see how we cope and how we react. But it's a means to an end, and it's a reason that we're playing the game, is that we can work on stuff and get some minutes under people's belts and progress.
But it will be a good test for both sides. As good as individually Chelsea may be, they won't be used to, even in a friendly environment, won't be used to men's football.
Yeah, I mean it's different. The under 21 games against Premier League sides are different, but they're technically fantastic, and tactically they're very aware, and they understand the system they play, and they stick to that system. Whereas we'll probably be changing our system around a little bit. Maybe look at one or two systems tomorrow to see how people cope in those situations. But yeah, it's each game that you play in pre-season tests you in different ways. But we saw last year we played Conference South sides who were very, very strong. And it's not about the results, it's about preparing properly for the first game on August the 9th.
And it's also a chance to look at some Trylists in a competitive, semi-competitive environment.
Yeah, I mean we won't, we'll look at a few Trylists, but I want to give our lads a majority of the time. It's important that, as we haven't got many games, I think we're in a position now where we can probably play them for at least an hour, majority of them, maybe longer, and then the Trylists can come on at the end, and we'll see what we haven't got a big squad at the moment of our players, but the ones that we have got, it's important that we use them and get them the minutes out of them, and maximise what they can do in the games that we've got.
But as you say, the main aim is minutes on the pitch. Training is as important as the friendly matches. You probably learn as much from the training, and the players gain as much as well.
Yeah, training, when you're pushed hard and you're tired, and you learn how to keep the ball better, and we're seeing how different players work with each other and how they interact, and it's very easy when you're fresh and you're sprightly how you play, but it's when you start getting tired and fatigued, or you're overrun in different areas, that you see how different players react and how they can organise and whether they can have some sort of impression on the game. So it's important that we do a lot of work in training when we have the time to do that. Like I said, you've got to weigh that with making sure that we don't push them too much, that they get injuries. We're only sort of week and a half back into training, and it's important that we monitor them well. The heart rate data that we've got shows that they're working extremely hard, but touch wood, as yet we haven't had any injuries, and that's the way we want to keep it.
But nonetheless, tomorrow is still a good occasion for the whole club. Hopefully a big crowd.
Yeah, that's why everyone looks forward to the season starting again. It's we've had the World Cup, and everyone's had their football fixed, but it's still not the same as coming down and watching your side play. So yeah, it's just getting back into the feel of it again, and rhythm, not just for the players but staff and fans alike. You get your preparation right. Some fans like to go to the pub, some meet somewhere else, some come to the ground and have a drink, and it's about getting back into the routine of doing it again. That's the same for players and same for the staff. And pre-season's always a good time just to get back into the rhythm of it and feel your way, and we can work on different ways of whether we change the warm-up or our preparation's different and stuff like that. So yeah, there's nothing beats getting on the pitch and playing a proper match.